a room and people don't feel you, it's not because you're invisible. It's because your presence is leaking. Your posture leaks. Your eyes leak. Your words leak. Your attention leaks. And the world can smell that hunger for validation, even when you try to hide it. Stay with me, and I'll give you 6 habits that seal those leaks, so your calm becomes intimidating. Your mind becomes unbreakable, and you become impossible to ignore, without acting, without begging, without pretending. Listen, you don't need to become louder to be noticed. You need to become denser. Because people don't respect noise. They respect weight. Right now, many of you are trying to be attractive the same way a street vendor tries to sell, calling out, chasing attention, bending your shape to fit the crowd. That is not attraction. That is hunger, and hunger smells. Even if you hide it with confidence tricks, the body reveals the truth. Attraction is not a technique. It is the side effect of inner order. When a person is aligned mind, body, spirit moving in one direction, people feel it before you speak. They don't know why. They just know this person is not begging. This person is not leaking. This person is not scattered. And in a world of scattered minds, a steady one becomes rare. Rare becomes valuable. Valuable becomes attractive. But you want more than attraction. You want mental strength. Because beauty without strength becomes fear. Fear of losing it, fear of rejection, fear of time. So today I will give you 6 habits. Not cute habits. Not life hacks. Habits that will make you heavier. Habits that sharpen you from the inside out. If you apply them, your presence will change. People will treat you differently. Not because you asked them to, because your energy will demand it. Now, before we begin, you must understand one thing. Your life is training. Everything is training. The way you wake up, the way you eat, the way you look at people, the way you avoid discomfort, the way you reach for your phone when the mind becomes quiet and you panic. Most people don't train, they cope, they distract, they numb, they perform, and then they wonder why they feel weak. If you want to become strong, stop building a personality and start building a structure. The first habit: command your body like it is your house. If your house is messy, you feel it. You can pretend you are fine, but the mess drains you. It steals your focus. It lowers your standards. Your body is the same. Your posture is not a detail. Your posture is a message your nervous system reads all day. When you collapse, your mind collapses. When you stand like someone who can be pushed, your life will push you. You will say you want respect, but you will negotiate with yourself every hour and lose. Stand up properly. Not for others, for you. Shoulders relaxed, chest open. Spine tall, not stiff, not aggressive. Present. When you enter a room, don't arrive as a question. Arrive as a statement. And don't just fix posture. Train it until it becomes your default. Because your default is your destiny. Each day, take 10 minutes and practice still posture. Stand. Breathe. Feel the feet. Feel the crown of the head rising. Let the jaw loosen. Let the eyes soften. Let the belly breathe. When the mind runs, bring it back. Do it again and again. You are teaching your system. I am safe in stillness. I don't need to fidget to exist. I don't need to perform to deserve space. This is already attraction. Because calm is attractive. Calm tells the world I have control. And then there is breath. Breath is the bridge between body and mind. If your breath is shallow, your life becomes shallow. Most people breathe like they are apologizing for taking air. Then they wonder why anxiety sits on their chest like a stone. Train your breath to be deep, quiet, and slow. Not only when you meditate, when you walk, when you speak, when you wait. A person who breathes well does not rush. A person who does not rush becomes hard to manipulate. The second habit: clean your speech. Your words are not just information. They are energy. They reveal your inner state. People feel when your words are heavy and when they are cheap. If you talk too much, you are telling the world you are nervous in silence. If you explain too much, you are telling the world you need approval. If you gossip, you are telling the world you are small inside. Clean speech means say less, mean more. Before you speak, ask, is it true? Is it useful? Is it necessary? Is it kind? Not kind like soft, kind like precise. Stop filling space with noise. Stop trying to be liked through words. You want to be attractive. Become someone whose words land. Become someone who can pause and not panic. Become someone who can listen without thinking of what to say next. A strong mind does not interrupt reality, it receives it, and real listening is power. Also, stop speaking against yourself. Some of you insult yourself as a joke. You think it's humility, it's not. It's programming. Your mind hears every word. Your body obeys the identity you repeat. If you keep saying, I'm lazy, I'm unlucky, I'm not good at this, you are carving that shape into your nervous system like a knife into wood. Then you will live inside the shape you created and call it fate. Speak like someone who respects their own potential, not arrogant. Honest. If you fail, say I failed, I learn. I train again. No drama, no identity of weakness. The third habit. Practice voluntary discomfort. This is the one most people avoid. And this is why most people stay the same. Your comfort zone is not a safe home. It is a cage with soft walls. You don't feel the bars because they are padded. Mental strength is built the same way muscle is built resistance. If you always choose easy, your life becomes fragile. If you always choose later, your mind becomes undisciplined. If you always avoid what is uncomfortable, you become a servant to your moods. So choose discomfort on purpose. Cold water for a minute, a run when you don't feel like it. Sitting in silence when the mind begs for stimulation. Finishing what you started when no one is watching. Not because suffering is holy, because your will is a muscle. Every time you keep a promise to yourself, you gain self-respect. And self-respect is attractive because it is rare. People can sense it. They might not describe it with those words. They will just say there's something about you. Yes, there is something about you. You are not negotiating with yourself all day. When you train voluntary discomfort, you become dangerous in the best way. Not dangerous to others, dangerous to your old self. Dangerous to the excuses that used to control you. And understand this: discipline is not punishment. Discipline is devotion. It is saying my future matters enough that I will do what is necessary today. The fourth habit: master your attention. Your attention is your life. What you pay attention to becomes your character, and your character becomes your destiny. Most of you are not tired because you do too much. You are tired because your attention is leaking everywhere. One notification here, one comparison there, one fantasy there, one fear there. Your mind is split into pieces like a broken mirror. Then you try to look into it and see yourself clearly. You can't. If you want to be attractive and mentally strong, you must become a person with focus. Not focus when you feel motivated. Focus as a baseline. Start by reducing inputs that poison you. If you begin the day by feeding your mind chaos, endless clips, arguments, drama, fantasies, you will carry that chaos into your posture, your eyes, your speech. Your body will show you are consumed. People will feel it. Instead, choose a practice each morning. Before you touch the world, touch yourself. Sit. Or feel. Ask, what is the one thing I must do today that will make everything else easier? Then do it early. Train single tasking. When you eat, eat. When you walk, walk. When you train, train. When you speak to someone, be there fully. This is not spiritual decoration. This is power. A person who can hold attention has presence. A person with presence becomes attractive because others feel seen around them. And being seen is what people crave more than compliments. Also, understand the difference between pleasure and satisfaction. Pleasure is quick, noisy, and leaves you emptier. Satisfaction is quiet, earned, and makes you stable. The modern world sells pleasure. A strong person chooses satisfaction. So guard your attention like you guard your money. Actually, guard it more. Money can be replaced. Time cannot. The fifth habit: strengthen the body through honest effort. You cannot separate mental strength from the body. You can talk about mindset for hours, but if your body is weak, your mind will be weak under pressure. Because when stress hits, you don't rise to your ideas, you fall to your training. Train your legs, train your core, train your breath under load, not to impress, to embody strength. When you train consistently, your posture changes, your gaze changes, your energy changes. You stop looking like someone waiting for life to happen. You start looking like someone who is prepared. And there is another truth: physical training exposes your relationship with pain. Some of you quit when it burns, because you believe discomfort means danger. But most of the time, discomfort means growth. When you learn to stay calm inside effort, you learn to stay calm inside life. Train slowly. Train with control. Do not rush for results and injure yourself. Make your training a ritual, not a random event. And take care of the body outside training: sleep, clean food, water, sunlight, less poison. You cannot build a temple while pouring trash into it. Attraction is also health, not perfect looks. Vitality. People are drawn to vitality because it signals life. And your mental strength grows when your physiology supports it. The sixth habit. Live with virtue. Do the right thing when it is inconvenient. This is the deepest one, and the one that makes everything else real. A person can have posture, discipline, focus, a strong body, and still feel empty. Because strength without virtue becomes arrogance. Attraction without virtue becomes manipulation. Virtue means you respect yourself enough to act with integrity. Even when no one will reward you, even when it costs you something. Keep your word. Return what is not yours. Speak truth without cruelty. Do not use people. Do not pretend love when you want attention. Do not promise when you are not committed. This creates a clean inner life. When your inner life is clean, your eyes become clear. And clear eyes are more attractive than any outfit. Most people carry hidden shame. They smile, but inside they know they betray themselves. That betrayal makes them anxious. They compensate. They chase validation. They become loud, needy, dramatic. Virtue removes the need to perform, because you can stand alone with yourself. And when you can stand alone with yourself, you become powerful in relationships. You don't cling, you don't beg, you don't chase, you choose. Now you may say, this is too strict. Yes, that is why it works. You want strong and heavy. Then accept that your life must have rules. A river without banks becomes a swamp. A mind without rules becomes noise. Rules are not prison. Rules are direction. So let's bring this into your day, not your imagination. When you wake up, don't check your phone first. Stand. Feel the body. Breathe deep. Tell yourself, today I train. Drink water. Wash your face slowly. Move your body for a few minutes. Squats, push-ups, stretching, breath work. Something that says, I am awake and I am responsible. Then sit in silence. Even 5 minutes, not to escape the world. To enter it as a master, not a slave. During the day, watch your speech. Before you speak, pause. Make your words fewer, cleaner, more intentional. When you feel the urge to escape into stimulation, notice it. That urge is the doorway. Step through it by staying present. Breathe. Return to your task. When you feel resistance to training, smile, because now you have found the edge, and the edge is where you sharpen. At night, review yourself, not with guilt, with honesty. Where did I lie today? Where did I leak my attention? Where did I betray my word? Where did I act with courage? Then forgive yourself quickly, but do not excuse yourself. Forgiveness without correction becomes indulgence. Correction without forgiveness becomes self-hatred. You need both a sharp sword and a steady hand. Some of you are waiting for confidence. Confidence is not found. It is built. Confidence is the memory of kept promises. It is the evidence of your discipline. It is the quiet knowledge, I can rely on myself. And that kind of confidence is heavy. It doesn't need to announce itself. It doesn't need to argue. It doesn't need to win every conversation. It simply stands. And yes, people will feel it. They will feel it in how you walk. In how you hold eye contact without trying to dominate. In how you don't rush to fill silence. In how you don't chase approval. In how you can say no without anger. In how you can say yes without weakness. Attraction will come as a shadow of your strength. But don't make attraction the goal. Make alignment the goal. Because when you build yourself into a disciplined, focused, virtuous human being, you become something rare, someone who is safe to be around, difficult to influence, easy to respect. Now, many of you will hear this and feel fire for one day. Then tomorrow you will forget. You will say you are busy. You will say you don't have time. Be honest, you have time. You just don't have priority. And that is the real battle. Not against the world, but against your own excuses. So I will give you a simple challenge. For the next 7 days, live as if you are already the person you want to become, not perfect. Committed. Wake up and train your posture and breath. Practice clean speech. Choose one discomfort daily. Guard your attention like your life depends on it, because it does. Train your body with honest effort. Do one virtuous thing that costs you convenience. If you do this, you won't need to act attractive. Your face will change because your mind will be calmer. Your eyes will change because your conscience will be cleaner. Your voice will change because your breath will be deeper. Your energy will change because your attention will be yours again. And if you fail on day 3 or day 5, good. That means you have met the part of you that has been controlling you. Don't hate that part. Train it. Bring it back. Again and again. This is not about becoming someone else. This is about removing what is weak, what is noisy, what is false, until what remains is you. Not the version of you that is desperate to be chosen. The version of you that chooses. So the next time you walk into a room, don't ask silently, do you like me? Ask, am I aligned? Because when you are aligned, you don't need to hunt attention. Attention finds you. And when you speak, let your words be slow enough that they carry weight. When you move, let your movement be simple enough that it looks effortless. When you look at someone, let your eyes be calm enough that they feel peace and pressure at the same time. That is what people call aura. It is not magic. It is the consequence of discipline. And discipline is available to you right now, in the smallest moment, when you feel the impulse to escape, when you feel the urge to complain, when you feel the temptation to break your word. Right there. You have a choice, and that choice is the training. And the way you choose in that moment is the way you become the person who can walk through life with a steady mind and a presence that cannot be ignored. Because even when nobody is watching, you are still watching yourself, and you do not look away.